Morning, class 8, unit electricity, part 3. Question number 1. Mention some applications of electricity. You know, electricity is a very useful source of energy. More than 90% of the world progress depends upon the practical use of electricity. Means it is a very important source. The some of the practical applications of electricity are mentioned below. Number one, to operate different electrical and electronic devices like computers, laptops, mobiles, etc. Number two, to run industries and factories. It is very difficult to run industries and factories without electricity. Number three, you know, population is increasing nowadays and air pollution is increasing. So, to run electrical vehicles like trolley bus, cable cars, etc., electricity is very useful because it is pollution free. Number four, for agriculture, electricity is very useful even for agriculture to take out water from a well. पानी निकाल्ने कुरा. Question number 2, differentiate or distinguish between the following terms. Differences or differentiate or write differences. फरक छुट्याउने. Fuse and MCB. Can you say some differences between fuse and MCB? Just write down fuse here and MCB here. Number 1, a fuse. A fuse is an alloy of lead and tin is an alloy of lead and tin. It either you can write in one point. It what melts at low temperature and protects electrical appliances. It can't be reset and reused. Once a fuse is used up, it must be thrown out. It cannot be reset and it cannot be reused like MCB. MCB जस्तो यसलाई सजिलैसँग हामीले रिसेट गर्न सक्दैनौँ. नम्बर 5, MCB miniature circuit breaker or miniature circuit breaker is an advanced or improved form of fuse. It is an improved or more advanced form of fuse. It can be easily reset and reused. It is much easier. It means it can be easily reset and reused. It means it is much better and much easier to use. Fuse and MCB, old form and advanced form. Question number 2A. Now, question number 2B. Question number 2b. See, polarization and local action. Number 2, polarization and local action. First of all, it is better to write down the definition and how to remove. See, both are defects in a simple cell. It is a defect in a simple cell due to the deposition of hydrogen gas on the copper plate. See, hydrogen is produced due to the chemical reaction of zinc and sulfuric acid. Hydrogen is produced and that hydrogen gas gets deposited on the copper plate. जिंक र सल्फरिक एसिडबाट निस्किएको हाइड्रोजन ग्यास कपर प्लेटमा गएर जम्मा हुन्छ। यसले गर्दा सेलले काम गर्न छोड्छ। द सेल स्टप्स वर्किङ। सो दिस डिफेक्ट इज कल्ड पोलराइजेसन। एन्ड लोकल एक्सन, it is a defect in a simple cell due to some impurities. Due to some impurities like impure zinc, due to the presence of carbon, etc. And what happens actually in local action? यसमा के हुन्छ त? Local current flows within the zinc plate. Actually, current should flow from zinc to copper, but current does not flow from zinc to copper. Current flows within the zinc plate itself. In नेपाली जिंकबाट कपरतिर करेन्ट बग्नु पर्ने ठाउँमा जिंक भित्रै जिंक प्लेट भित्र नै करेन्ट फ्लो हुन्छ। Since the current does not flow from the zinc to copper, that means negative terminal to positive terminal, the cell stops working. This defect is called local action. Just by the word, see, polarization, polarize, local action, local due to the flow of local current within the zinc plate itself. How polarization is removed? It can be removed or corrected by using polarization. D भने एउटा छ depolarizer, like potassium dichromate, For class 8, please remember this technical word, potassium dichromate, formula K2Cr2O7 or manganese dioxide. Manganese dioxide MnO2. And local action, it can be removed by using pure zinc or amalgamating the zinc plate with mercury. Zinc plate like mercury भन्ने liquid metal ले amalgamating भनेको coating. This word is a little bit long and maybe new to you. Amalgamating means covering or coating the zinc plate with mercury. See, defect due to hydrogen gas, deposition of hydrogen gas due to impurities. It can be removed by using depolarizer like potassium dichromate K2Cr2O7 or manganese dioxide MnO2. It can be removed by using pure zinc, either by using pure zinc or coating or amalgamating the zinc plate with mortar. B number, finish. Now C. Sometimes very simple questions can also be asked, like primary cell and secondary cell. Can you say some just by the word primary, secondary, just by the word primary is less advanced, this is more advanced. Secondary, यो भन्दा यो ठुलो भन्ने अर्थ बुझ्नु. Number one, what do you mean by primary cell? It can't be recharged. It can't be recharged. It can be recharged. So what is the difference? Cannot be recharged, can be recharged, means more advanced. And another, there are two types. It has low voltage, like for example 1 volt in a simple cell and 1.5 volt in a dry cell. It has more voltage or PD, like 2 volts or more. Example, simple cell, dry cell. A simple cell has defect, but the secondary cell has no defect. Example, lead acid cell. Lead acid cell or lead accumulator. Lead accumulators or garage cell. Some differences, just cannot be recharged, can be recharged. One, recharge गर्न सकिँदैन, सकिन्छ. It has some defects. It may have some defect, like a simple cell has two defects, polarization and local action, and another dry cell has no defect, PD 1 volt or 1.5 volt. It has more PD, 2 volts or more. Example, lead acid cell, lead accumulators, garage cell. Here, example, simple cell and dry cell. Question number C. Now D. Simple cell. Another name is voltaic cell. Another dry cell or Leclanché cell. To get full knowledge, you must know, because you are going to study class 9. Class 8 मा पढ्ने विद्यार्थीहरू अब केही समयपछि class 9 पढ्दैछन्, they have to read in detail. So this exercise is very important. This difference is very important. Simple cell or voltaic cell, dry cell or Leclanché cell. First, it's better to write on invented. It was invented by Alessandro Volta, an Italian scientist. Italian scientist name Volta, V-O-L-T-A, Volta. So its name is also voltaic, Volta, voltaic. And potential difference unit, Volta बाट volt भयो. It was invented by a French engineer, Leclanche. Leclanche. One. Another simple cell. It is heavy. It is heavy and has two defects like local action and polarization. Another contents in construction, it has sulfuric acid electrolyte. That means sulfuric acid is the electrolyte in a simple cell. Zinc plate negative and copper plate positive are two electrodes. Its PD or voltage is 1 volt, and it may decrease like 1, 0.9, 0.8, 0.8, 0.7, 0.6, 0.5, 0.4, 0.3, 0.2, 0.1 and drop out 0 volt. घट्दै जान सक्छ. Here it is light, easy and portable. Portable means you can carry it from one place to another. It has no such defects. No such defects means it has no polarization and no local action. It has local action and polarization defects. It has no polarization and no local action defect. No such defects. Here such means polarization and local action. Another, in simple cell, sulfuric acid is the electrolyte. And what is electrolyte? Ammonium chloride. Sulfuric acid H2SO4, ammonium chloride NH4Cl is the electrolyte. In it, electrolyte is ammonium chloride. And other, zinc case negative and carbon rod positive are the electrodes. Electrodes are the conductors to conduct electricity. Electricity ammonium chloride बाट बनेको जुन इलेक्ट्रोनहरु छन् त्यो ट्रान्सफर हुन्छ जिंक टु कार्बन रड हुँदै. Its PD or voltage is 1.5 volt. 1.5 volts. Nowadays, engineers and scientists are trying to make more and more advanced type of cells. Simple cell, just by the word simple cell, it is the primary cell, it is the secondary cell, it is the first one invented by Volta, Italian scientist Volta. A French mathematician Leclanche invented the dry cell. It is heavy. It has sulfuric acid. It has zinc plate and copper plate. So it is very heavy. It is non-portable. It is heavy means not portable easily. It has two defects like local action and polarization. Sulfuric acid H2SO4 is the electrolyte to produce electricity, and zinc plate and copper plate are 2 electrons. That means electrons flow from the zinc plate to copper plate. Its potential difference or voltage is about 1 volt. See, volt is the SI unit of PD. Volt, you cannot have volt. Volt, volta. See, volta बाट volta. जस्तो सर आइजक न्युटनबाट फोर्सको युनिट न्युटन हुन्छ भने जस्तै volt is derived from the proper noun volta, name of a scientist. Here, Leclanché invented dry cell. It is light, easy and portable. Very easy and easier and much better to use. It has no such defects. It has no polarization and no local action. Why? It has polarization. It has local action. But here zinc is not used. Pure zinc is used. Zinc case and no hydrogen gas. There is depolarizer used like manganese dioxide or potassium dichromate. Here sulfuric acid is the electrolyte. Here ammonium chloride is the electrolyte. Copper plate and zinc plate are electrodes. Here zinc case and carbon rod are the electrodes. Its PD is 1.5 volt. PD is 1 volt. See, next time I'll I'll write some BLE practice questions. This much for today. Thank you.